What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. You don't like it, you can have that seat.
All right, so the internet issue is now fixed. The doc is back. So, very interesting article coming way of VentureBeat. And according to their sources, who they claim multiple sources are telling them this, at least two, that the Nintendo Switch will be based on the Maxwell architecture instead of Pascal. And that the reasoning for this is that Nintendo was in such a hurry to ditch the poor Wii U that they had to go with Maxwell because Pascal wasn't ready, blah, blah, blah. And that not only does it use Maxwell architecture, but the chips are 20 nanometers instead of 16 nanometer FinFET process. Yeah. Now, I'm going to give you the reasons why I think this article, or not so much the article, but this is probably not correct. Now, there's a chance that it could be correct, but I highly doubt it, and I'm going to show you why. First of all, NVIDIA themselves were highly critical of the 20 nanometer process. They pretty much kind of got stuck with it. They didn't really like it too much. Now, I don't know if that's changed in the last few years since they made this statement, but they were very vocal about pretty much calling 20 nanometer worthless. Okay? Now, they did end up the freaking the NVIDIA Shield, you ended up using a 20 nanometer chip, but I think that could have been just because of contractual obligations and pretty much because they already paid the money to the company to make it. So that's one red flag. The other red flag is that NVIDIA themselves said when the Nintendo Switch was announced that the architecture that the Switch uses was based on their leading, highest performing GeForce GPUs. Their leading GPUs do not use Maxwell. They use Pascal. So that's already a red flag there. The other red flag, or actually there's plenty of red flags, so let's keep it going here. The other red flag is the fact that it costs more money to manufacture a 20 nanometer chip versus 16 nanometers. And we all know that Nintendo likes to save money. So why would they go that route? Well, according to the article, Nintendo was in such a hurry and they were so desperate to replace the Wii U that they just took the 20 nanometer Maxwell architecture because that's all that was available at the moment. Is that so? We've already got confirmation that this partnership between Nintendo and NVIDIA started years ago. Now, we also got confirmation long time ago that Nintendo was still looking for pretty much a lead graphics architect for the Nintendo Switch in late 2014. So you mean to tell me that Nintendo and NVIDIA they've already confirmed that this was years in development. You honestly believe that the Pascal architecture wasn't in development yet, and two, it was, and Nintendo said, we don't need it. Stop. One of the biggest improvements improvement over Maxwell to Pascal is energy efficiency, power consumption. Those are the most important things to Nintendo. There ain't no way that they would pick Maxwell over Pascal in that instance. Now, Here's another thing that people are going crazy about, and they're looking real silly right now because they don't know what they're talking about. A lot of people saying, oh no, it uses Maxwell versus instead of Pascal. That means it's not going to get any PlayStation 4 and Xbox One ports. Stop it. First of all, people seem to be under the impression that the difference between GPU using Maxwell and Pascal is like going from I don't know, the freaking the Wii U to the PlayStation 4 Pro or something. No, that's not what that is. In fact, in layman's terms, Pascal is pretty much Maxwell on the 16 nanometer process, but more efficient. Like, Pascal is a more efficient version of Maxwell. It's not a completely new graphics architecture. It's a highly improved. I mean, it's technically a customized, improved version of Maxwell in itself. It's Maxwell at a smaller process at 128-bit, or at least in the Tegra, at least in the Tegra version, 128-bit bus versus 64. Now, NVIDIA's already said that whatever version of Tegra that they're using is highly customized to get the maximum performance out of the size. So going with Maxwell still wouldn't make any freaking sense. But people, I bet, are still going to believe this. And like, oh, Nintendo, they had to. They didn't have time. Look, when have you known Nintendo to rush something out? We still don't even have Zelda, something that was confirmed to come out last year. Let that sink into your heads. But you guys think that they would rush out this console that they have so much riding on? Think about that for a second. Is it possible that the Switch uses a 20 nanometer Maxwell processor? Yeah, it's possible, but it's highly unlikely, and it would be kind of stupid. Now that's it.